In this screen we are currently downloading the Google Gemma 4 26B-A4B-IT-GGUF model. It was just released today, and we're going to test to see if it can run on my llama.cpp model alongside Qwen 3.5. But currently this file is 33 gigs if I'm not mistaken, and we are at 11 gigs right now, so this might take some time. Houston, we have a problem. As you can see, it didn't complete the download properly. So even though it is saying something, yeah, it didn't. So I have to run the command again to get it going, and it's trying to do it again. It's 17 gigs, so I don't know why it says, well, it says 15.86 gigs here, but it's a total of 17 gigs apparently, and hopefully the download can work properly. So excuse me for that, excuse me. And looks like the download just completed, so let's just check how this is going to work quickly. Yeah, let's just close this up quickly, and that didn't work. I should see what I should see, right? Okay, let's just see if this works. So there we go, we have both models, the Qwen 3.5 and the Google Gemma 4 model, and it's 17 gigs it says there. So now let's try and do the following: update my Docker Compose file. So let's go to that Docker Compose file by doing this quickly. I think it's over here somewhere. Let's open that Docker YAML file in our best editor. Our best editor is Sublime Text. Let's just close this quickly, and I'm going to select all. Oops. Select all. Going to delete that, and I'm going to copy this one inside here, and I'm going to save it. So now it should be saved. Let's see if we can get things going by doing the following. Let's cd into that stack. So we're in there right now, and let's just write Docker Compose up. We can actually close this file over here, and let's just paste that. So we just want to see if everything's running smoothly. We're going to do this on the other side here. It said failed to load the model. Still failed to load the model. Model loading error. Sure, we got lots of problems right now, but it's running, it started, it's running, it started. I don't see the models being failed. Wait, there is a error loading model, error loading architecture here. Gemma 4 failed to load model. It's restarting. I'll give it some time. So it seems my Docker version is outdated, so I have to get down the new server kudo version. Without version number should be the latest, but Docker has it cached locally. So I have to do a step-by-step guide. It's a little bit late to do this right now, and I might have to come back tomorrow to do this, but let's see. This is what we're going to stop right now. We're going to switch that off. We're going to close that up. We're going to go over here and say docker pull. We're going to try and, because it was just released, I'd say in just today, I just need to build from there a new benchmark version. So there's a new benchmark done on llama.cpp B7789 with Gemma 4Q4_K_M. So it should be able to work once this is done. If not, we'll come back to it. Okay, there was a quick mistake there, which I've been recording all night. But let's see if this thing can run again. So let's go to another terminal and check if it's running. Still a load error. Failed to load the model. Okay, so let's just stop this quickly. Close that for now. Come back here and force it this time. I have to restart the service. Okay, so it started. Now we gotta watch those logs again. Okay, there we go. It's running. Hopefully it's running at a normal pace. Okay, so it's working. And if I still see the unknown model architecture Gemma 4 error after pulling it, it means that the latest tag still hasn't been updated on the registry yet. So it seemed like it has been updated on the registry, because here it's working. You can see that clearly the model's running. Alright, I just want to show you that Gemma 4 is running. Let's just make this bigger. Alright, so you can see that in my llama.cpp, this is the model over here, Gemma 4 28B AB, and let's give it a test. Alright, let's ask a simple question. Of course, it's the normal question we ask. Explain how GPU work in an LLM model, while explaining to a 10-year-old. Let's see what it gives me. Ooh, there's a network error. So respond with an error message. Review the details below. This just says a network error. Code is simple. Minimalistic. Of course I can't spell right now. Code a minimalist landing page for fitness company. Let's see if we can do that, unless there's another error that's going to come up. Okay, so I'm having network server areas, so I'm going to close this and come back to you. Alright, so we're going to have to check the logs here. We've got the question in the chat. Now we're going to test the logs and see what the problem is. So that's the network error. It's a string of errors coming up. Alright, we have adjusted the CTX size to 2048 from 8192, so that's a big reduction. And we restarted the Docker container, and now we're back here to explain how GPUs work like a 10-year-old. See if that works. We did not get an error. It's reasoning. I'm going to put that in full screen mode so you guys can see. This is Gemma 4 working, and it's doing a good job right now. Wow, 67 frames per second. Sorry, 67 tokens per second, and 1258 tokens used. So that looks great. Imagine your computer is a giant workshop and inside that workshop there are two different types of workers, the professor and the army of helpers. Okay, the CPU is the professor and the GPU is the army of helpers. Like that explanation. So it seems to be working right now. Now let's ask it to code a minimal, I still like that word, minimalistic. It's going to be an error. Landing page for a gym. Code a minimalistic landing page for a gym. Displaying images. I wonder if we can do images of athletes. Can't spell again. Of athletes working out. Alright, let's see if we can do that. So I'm impressed with the speed of this model right now. Since you asked for minimalistic design, I've used a clean black and white aesthetic with plenty of white space, bold typography and responsive grid. I've used high quality placeholder images from Unsplash, so you can run this code immediately and see the result. You can save this entire block as an HTML file and open it in your browser. Alright, so it's taken 1480 tokens, 22 seconds and 65.36 tokens per second. Alright, so let's just copy this code. This is the whole HTML code. Oops, it's not allowing me to copy that. Why not use the copy button? Okay, I'll just copy the entire thing this way. Where's the end? Where's the end of the HTML? Hold on a sec, are you finished? Here's this all. Okay, so it seems to be cutting off. It says, no, I apologize, my previous response was cut off mid-sentence. That was not the complete code. Here is the full complete single file code. I have finished the CSS and added a beautiful image gallery section so you can see that it's working out as you requested. You can copy the entire block, save it as HTML and open it in the browser. I don't think this is all the code. So obviously it's not working. Let's try and ask again. Not all the code. I only got the first few lines. Can you correct that? Nope, so obviously it's getting stuck somewhere. And that's the problem. Alright, so we'll come back after this test. Alright, so once again we've reduced the CTX size from, we've increased the CTX size from 2048 to 4096, and now hopefully it should be able to at least complete the landing page. If not, we'll put it in a different Docker container and then try a different way. In the meantime, let's try that. So here we go, we've got the Docker Gemma running in llama.cpp, and we're gonna actually try and do the same code. Minimalistic, I still like that word, minimalistic landing page for gym. Display several people working out on the landing page. Okay, let's see if it cuts out. Doing the reasoning. Okay, to create the minimalist landing page, let's just make this bigger so we can see the full thing. Well, it's definitely doing the coding work, but this time we want to see if it really comes out with the full landing page description. Oop, I can see something ending up. Okay, so I don't see the full landing page here. Yep, oh actually, yes. There is a beginning and there is an end. So what it said was, to create the minimalistic landing page, we should focus on high quality imagery, plenty of white spaces, bold topography, and a limited color palette. Since I cannot provide local image files, I've used Unsplash placeholder URLs that pull high quality fitness photography directly into the code. You can save the entire block as an HTML and open it in the browser. Alright, so it seemed like this is the entire HTML file this time. And the key minimalistic features included monochromatic theme. I used the black and white palette. This is a classic luxury minimalist gym aesthetic. Grayscale to color hover effect. The images in the gallery start as grayscale. When you hover over them, they transition to full color. This keeps the page looking clean and cohesive until the user interacts with it. Typography, I used Inter, which is a modern clean sans serif font. The hero text uses Clamp, which makes the font size responsive. It gets smaller on mobile and larger on desktop automatically. White space, there's significant padding between sections, allowing for context to breathe, which is the core principle of minimalism. Mobile responsive, the layout switches from multi-column grid to a single column on mobile and on mobile devices, and the navigation menu hides to prevent clutter. And that used 2,839 tokens, 46 seconds, and 61.24 tokens per second. Alright, so let's open a IDE. Do I have VS Code on this machine? Let's check. VS, nope, don't have VS Code. Do I have anything? Alright, we've decided to go with anti-gravity on this one. Let's see if we can search for anti-gravity. Oh, it's right here. Didn't have to go far. Okay, so open folder. I'm gonna use test anti-gravity. Select that one. Yes, I trust it. Now let's go back to that code. It was here. Let's large on that so I can see. Can I copy the code? Yes, I can copy the code. So the context window size, enlarging the context window size definitely helped. I'm going to go here, I'm going to make that bigger so I can see what I'm going on. I'm going to create a normal HTML file and just call it index.html. And I'm going to copy and paste that there. Seem like the code's okay. I'm going to save it. And do I have a live server extension on here? Live server. There was live server right there. Press and publish. Okay, so that's installed. Let's go back up to this. Now let's open it up with live server. Alright, now I'm going to show you this this minimalistic website. I'm going to drag this over here first. Alright, so here is the site that it created, a simple landing page. Ooh, that image didn't come out, but let's see if we can refresh. There's one image that didn't come out, And yeah, this is a very simple landing page from 2023. And if you, as the description said, if you hover over it, it will change the color. But I'm surprised that fourth image didn't come through. So join the club, programs, membership, and location. That's interesting. Interesting that the fourth image didn't come out. Let's reduce that and see somewhere in the code why that fourth image didn't come out. So I'm gathering that fourth image is here, this one. So let's just click to follow. Yeah, that image got a 404. Let's just try another image instead. Unsplash. Go to unsplash.com. Let's look for people working out. Speaking working out at the gym. And we can't see them clearly, so we're going to go full mode here. Let's just choose one image here quickly. Let's just choose him. Okay, Samuel Gerben, thank you. I now just want to copy your link address. I'm going to minimize this again. I'm going to go over to my code, make that bigger so I can see what I'm doing, and paste this address in. One day that will work. I'll save it quickly, and I'll go back to our image. Ask to refresh. Let's go full screen so we can actually see the difference here. Oh no, not that. That's full screen. Reload actually. Reload. No, that image still hasn't come through. Let's just change that image size. Probably it's got to do with the image size, no? Or could it be in the way I just coded it? Yeah, that came up differently. I have to make it to that same size width, to crop it to the same size and format. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to do it like this rather. Alright, so we've changed the code in anti-gravity over here, and we're going to display it now by going here. Oh no, we don't want that. We want to display this image, right? Okay, sorry. Open with live server, and let's just make that bigger. So here we go. Here's all 4 images right now. It's a very minimalistic page, as you can see, but it's able to do it once you get it right. And when you hover over the images as described in the prompt or the output from the LLM, it goes into color mode on all 4 images. That you just had to link. You just had to link the image properties, link the image address correctly, and then the image will be shown properly. So I think in the previous one it just wasn't updated and the image couldn't be displayed, but now it's a perfect example of what a minimalistic website looks when you do Gemma 4.0.